We're back with another Car Talk TV, man. We've been gone for a little minute, man. We've been traveling. We've been doing all kind of stuff, man. A little bit of vacation at Disney too. But like
Yep.
I said, it's E-Vapors, Kasha Rail. We got a banger show for you today, man. Kasha Rail, man. Hey, man, let's go ahead and get into this thing, man.
Let's get into it. First and foremost, we'd like to thank you for accepting the invite to come on here on Car Talk TV. Let's switch over in the middle and put her on the hot seat.
Hot seat.
Let me give her a proper introduction. Hey, Vapors.
Yeah.
You know when you got Wikipedia, you're a superstar, right?
Like when you got Wikipedia, you bona fide superstar, man. I don't have Wikipedia.
Thank you.
She's been on MTV, Jimmy Kimmel Live, Carson Daly, The Late Show with David Letterman, Tonight Show with Jay Leno, and of course, y'all know the Playboy magazine. She lived in the infamous Hugh Hefner mansion. She's no other than AUDRA LYNN, aka the SRT Playmate. Let's welcome her to the stage.
Welcome.
Thank you, guys.
Give us a brief introduction of who you are and where you're from.
My name is AUDRA LYNN, and my real name is it was AUDRA LYNN Christensen when I was born. And I grew up 5 miles from a town of 288 people. So I kind of grew up in the middle of nowhere, middle-class family. Parents were awesome. They were married still, and I'm an only child. So I figure skated, showed horses, and always had wanted to be a fashion model. So, hi.
Cool. And we go on and get into that in a bit. Actually, let's start right there because you show a lot of that on your IG. So, you know, you had a successful career as a fashion model. Miss October, what was it, 2003?
Yep, that's correct.
Okay. 2003. I did a little research on you.
Research.
But yeah, so my question is, how is it living in a mansion? Like, you lived in a mansion with Hugh Hefner for a bit. How was it?
I did. I lived there 2 different times. So the first time I went there and I started shooting, and I lived there for about 3 months at that time. And he was great. He was so down to earth. He was somebody that I looked up to. He was like a mentor to me. And any question that I had, or if I had anything that I needed to talk about, he would take the time out and sit down and actually talk to you. And he was just such a genuine person. And, you know, not all the rumors are true that every Playmate has to sleep with Hugh Hefner. That's not true. You know, he's just a genuine, great guy. And he really wanted to empower women. And I think he did a wonderful job at that. And I wouldn't be anywhere near where I am today if it wasn't for that man. And I cannot thank him enough. He's great.
I thought you were about to say something, E-Vapors. You E-Vapes.
Oh yeah, my bad. I had the microphone muted, man. That's definitely dope, man. That's big time, and everybody around the world knows who Hugh Hefner is, man. And it's bigger than just the magazine itself, because during the time when he launched the magazine, man, it was so many people against him. It was so many things that people didn't talk about publicly, but they talked about it privately. So he was one of the people that literally got conversations that we all have out in the forefront and made it okay to do it. And it sparked so many other people to create magazines, create, news articles, and just the way that we live right now, freedom of information, and just not being afraid to talk about certain subjects, man. He's definitely one of the pioneers of that whole thing right there.
Right. He was a total warrior for all of that. His show, Late Night, you know, back then with all the race issues and everything else, he was like, forget it. I'm going to do what I want to do. And there shouldn't be a race issue. There never should be, you know?
Right. Yeah. Right.
So,
yeah.
So you also rode horses. I'm not sure do you still ride horses now? I've seen previous photos and actually old videos of you riding horses.
Right.
Your daughter rides horses as well now. So
she does.
How did you get into that?
My mom was into horses, and so I was raised into it. And I had Western Pleasure and English horses, quarter horses at the time. Now I show some pintos, which are like the paints that you see with the loud, flashy colors. And I had been out for about 10 years. I went back to a show, and it was the largest show called the Congress, all breed color Color Congress, and I won the whole show. So I did pretty well. I was pretty excited about that. So I'm going to be showing again this next year. So
good. Seems like everything you touch, it turns gold.
Yeah, heck yeah.
all because of this right here.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah, you gotta keep
Yeah.
your faith, man. You gotta believe.
Without him, I wouldn't be anywhere.
Absolutely.
So everybody want to know. They see the cars, they see the SRTs, they see the exotic cars. How in the heck did you get into cars?
My dad was a big car person. So he had a 71 Cuda when I was born, and my mom made him sell it, which was the biggest mistake ever.
Oh, wow.
And then he ended up getting some like Firebirds and Trans Ams, and I love speed, and I always have. And my first car was a Nissan Maxima, where you could put it in like the comfort mode, the sport mode. Of course, it was always in the sport mode with me.
Yes.
And I would race all these people from school. And my dad taught me the trick. You race past the cop's house, because then you know if they're going to come after you. So that's what we would do. And I'd get lectured all the time because they knew it was me. And yeah, that's kind of how it started.
Good stuff. So I know you said you like more on the racing side than the show side.
I am, but I just like to go 0 to 60 really fast. You know, I'm not into the high speeds anymore. I did that in my teens and early 20s, and that's just not my thing anymore. So it's fun.
Yeah, that 0 to 60.
It's a rush.
It's a rush because I'm just entering into full electric now with the Tesla. You know, I was in the hybrid world, and I was a Camaro guy before that. But that Tesla, that to me, the 0 to 30 is amazing. You know, but after about 60 or 70, man, I'm done. I don't have to get up to 130 and all that good stuff, man. Just give me a good rush, a good pull from 0 to 30, 0 to 60, and I'm good to go.
Yeah. But how is it with the Tesla? Because I like to hear that growl, you know. I put custom exhaust on all my cars because I want to hear it, you know.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I love the sound of some, as I like to say, some good snap, crackle, and pop, or you know, I love the whine of a Demon, Hellcat, or all those different cars. I love those sounds. But the first time I got in the Tesla, got to a stoplight and floored it changed my life. And you cannot duplicate that feeling unless you're on a roller coaster. You know, so the roller coaster doesn't have any snap, crackle, and pop, but you feel it in your chest. And the Tesla 0 to 60, you feel it in your chest. So
that's cool.
It's kind of just changing the way that you go fast. But I would think the ideal situation for me, at least, would be to have my Porsche 911, you know, for my snap, crackle, and pop, and then have my Tesla for that silent killer, as they say, you know.
Right. I saw that video with your wife. It was hilarious.
Oh man, yeah,
that was awesome.
I said, hopefully she doesn't get mad. So you know, we were just talking, and she's like, you know,
that's great.
But it's not staged. Like it really does affect you that way. When somebody floors it, you're gonna feel it. You're gonna go back in your seat. I don't care who you are. It's gonna happen. And Carsho Rail, he rode with me in Maryland a few weeks ago, so that video will be coming out soon.
Cool.
Yeah, he got to experience a little bit of head back to the seat action.
Sweet.
It's crazy, like the G-force. Like you try to pull yourself up, you can't. I'm like, man, the Tesla is doing this.
Yeah,
it's definitely different. So you got the Mopars and exotics, and we're gonna talk a little bit about your fleet. But would you consider adding an electric car in the?
Actually, we have something coming soon. So. Yeah. I'm not going to tell you what it is yet, though. What model?
Well, okay.
I bet you can guess, though. I mean, I'm pretty predictable. So.
I mean, yeah, I have my guess. I was going to say, if you hadn't ordered it yet, I need y'all to use my link and order it.
Oh, shoot.
You
Sorry.
know, it's all good. When you order your next one, you can use my link and order your next one. And then you'll get free supercharging miles, and I will too.
Perfect.
Yeah. Man.
It's a whole new world. I know really nothing about it, so I'm all power.
Yeah,
you're gonna love it though. I promise you will. Promise.
Cool. And E-Vapors is the Tesla new authority. So if you ever need anything to know about Tesla or even the electric car world, because he's gonna have some guys that got all types of electric cars on there, Porsche Taycans. He's getting wrapped up in that whole world.
Awesome.
Yeah,
He's gonna
yeah.
he'll probably get a million emails from me.
Hey, I'm with it, and I love talking about it. So it doesn't even feel like, oh man, I don't feel like talking about it. No, it's like, oh, another opportunity to talk about, Tesla. As I'm learning along the way, I'm learning, sharing information. So it's just fun, and hopefully I'll be able to see how my car does against, your Hellcats and your
Yeah.
Scat Packs, and just share information with people. And yeah, I'm just excited about what the future holds with that, and definitely excited to see your lineup grow and to see
Yeah.
your lineup race each other and
I know, I
different
can't
things
wait.
like that. Man, I'm super stoked for that.
Yeah. I'm waiting
So-
for the heat to cool down a little bit. We had all that COVID crap, and then now it's been so hot here down in Florida that as soon as
Yeah.
season's back in, you'll see me
Yeah,
out there.
yeah, can't wait.
Yeah.
So tell us about the fleet.
The fleet. Well, I have a lot. My favorite daily driver is the Trackhawk, and that is a beast. I mean, you step on that, oh, that rush and the sound, and it's just, I can't believe that SUV can do that. It's incredible. Got the Demon. It's plum crazy, beautiful color. We've got the Red Eye with the cool graphics. I'm really big about all the graphics. I go to Metro Wraps. They have treated us awesome. I love them. And you sit there and you design the whole process. So, we put a great big cat on the side of it. You'll have to check out my page, but it's really cool. And then I have that's a Challenger Red Eye, and then a Charger Hellcat with color change wrap, cat on the side again. And then I started doing the Playboy symbols on all of my wraps, kind of to trademark it a little bit.
Yeah.
And so I ended up getting 2 of the 1320s. And the reason why I wanted the 1320s is that they're a really great investment. With SRT going away, these cars are going to end up growing in value. And so that's kind of how I look at my collection is, they're for, I'm going to hold on to them and put little miles on them, And so, yeah, the 1320s are like sheep in wolves' clothing. So they're a demon, When I
Yeah.
race the 1320 against the Demon, the 0 to 60, it's right there with it. And then the Demon, will gain ground. But it's an incredible car for a cheaper price point, and if somebody can still pick up a 1320, I suggest that they do, because they're amazing cars. I'm really happy with it.
Yeah, I've been
So-
hearing a lot about those 1320s. I was actually at a car meet yesterday, and one of my friends here in North Carolina, he goes by Toro 704. He has a new 1320 in Charlotte, North Carolina, and he's been putting it on the track, trying to learn how to make it do what it do. And his license tag is like a baby demon or something like that.
Right.
Yeah, nice car though.
Yeah. My friend is Demon B, and that's pretty funny. He's got a 1320. It's red. I took some pictures with it. It's pretty hot.
Yeah, that's cool.
So, yeah, and then I got a couple of vintage. I've always wanted a Cuda, so I got a Cuda in Hemi Orange, or Tor Red. Hemi Orange is what I wanted, but Tor Red. I haven't seen it yet. My parents went and picked it up, and a 74 Challenger Rally. So, and they'll be shipped down here soon.
Man, I love it.
And it's in
Can't
the
wait to see
prettiest
it.
green. Oh, it's so cool. It's almost like a color change in itself. It's pretty cool.
You got
Nah,
quite a collection. Don't you?
Yeah, absolutely, man. I love
Am I
it.
forgetting anything? I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, I'm forgetting. I'm forgetting something huge. The Lamborghini Evo.
Yeah, that's what I was. I was kind of like maybe they sold it, So I wasn't gonna say nothing. I was like, okay,
Yeah, I
maybe
want
Yeah.
to yeah.
So I haven't done the unveiling on that yet because my daughter ended up having to have emergency surgery when we were supposed to pick it up. So I haven't done the unveiling, but it's got a crazy wrap on it. We embossed the logo right on the hood, and then it's a color change, and it goes from like green to purple, and it's pretty. And I thought, you know, it doesn't have as much horsepower as the cars that I normally drive, but man, because it's so light and it's a fun car, and listening to it downshift, I can't get enough.
Yeah.
Man, I am
Yeah.
a Lamborghini guy, and you know, on my wall, you know, far as dream car for a long time has been the Lamborghini Huracan. I just love
Yeah.
the styling of the Huracan. Of course, the Aventador. I mean, who doesn't love the Aventador?
Right.
Just for some reason, I just been attracted to the styling of the 610-4, and you know, I just always say, you know, one day, you know, as I position myself for greatness, there it is. I would love to have a 610-4.
Yeah.
But I mean, the Evos are great. I mean, you can't go. I mean, what Lamborghini can you go
Yeah.
wrong with? I don't
Right.
think.
Lambo is a Lambo, man.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah. So if you're, I don't care if you have the 580, you know, the rear wheel drive one. I don't care if you got the 610-4. I don't care if you have an older Gallardo.
Yep.
I mean, a Lambo is a Lambo. I mean, we'll be Lambros and Lamb sisters, I guess.
All right. That's
Have you
awesome.
have you ever did a comparison, like film a comparison between, you know, the Mopars and the exotics, or even put the Mopars up against each other? Like I see you post a lot of photos of the
Yeah.
car, but have you ever like did that in that type of form?
Yes. And I want to film that on the track. So
Yeah.
yeah. So we're excited.
So that's coming.
It's coming.
Are we expecting like a car YouTube channel, lifestyle
Uh-huh.
channel? You ever thought of anything? Okay.
Oh yeah.
So
I've got some pretty cool stuff coming up. So you'll have to keep an eye on what's happening.
Oh, we locked
So
in. Don't even worry about that. We locked in. So we'll be talking about you too much. You're like, man, every time I post something, they repost it. What's wrong with those guys? We're gonna be reposting. We're gonna be
thank you.
watching. You know, I just love the way you carry yourself. For one, you know, you very positive. Like all your posts are positive. You're
Yeah.
motivational. Then you know you do the throwbacks, and it kind of is like, wow, it's just a reminder of where you've come from,
Yeah.
and it shows like you're still here. You know what I'm saying? You done some great things, but you're a humble person. Like all those names that Carshall Rail routed off, 9 out of 10 people that have met those people wouldn't be doing a show like this right here, a new show. Well, we're a Euro, you know, a smaller show.
Yeah.
You know, we would have to go through like 15
Mm-hmm.
layers. So I just want to say, you know, thank you for doing the show, because we're just trying to promote positivity in the world and just celebrate other people. And we want to just, you know, celebrate you for all the things you've done in life and just how you're super mom right now. You know what I'm saying? Because family is everything. We love the cars. But I mean, I can tell the way your voice changed when you talk about your daughter. You know what I'm saying? It's just like that
Oh
family
yeah.
button kick in. It's like, yeah, we were talking about Hue and the different cars. It's right here. But when you say daughter, it's just kind of like it goes up to another level. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So
she's amazing. She's something else.
yeah,
It's so fun watching them grow up, and she's like a little mini me, you know.
man,
So
that's
and
dope,
push them
man.
for greatness and push them to be better than what you are, you know. And you
Yeah.
know, back to the whole like down to earth. I think growing up in a town that was like 288 people, it kept me grounded, you know. And I would get in LA, and I was an overnight success, and a lot of that does go to your head at first. And for a few months, it was hard, and you start to feel like a zoo animal because everyone wants pictures taken with you, they want to touch you, they want to hug you, and it's very overwhelming at first. And you know, I just kept going back home to my roots where it's small town, everyone knows everybody. And I think it's really humbling. So, but the negative part of small towns, though, my cousin just committed suicide
Mm,
because of bullying, you know, and I mean,
mm,
she's like in her 40 or close to 40, and people are still bullying. You know, what is wrong with people in the world? Like, why can't we be positive? And if somebody makes a mistake or screws you over, know that they're a snake, walk away. You don't have to sit there and bash them to death. You don't have to go take to the social media and create all this hate and drama. And it's not necessary. Just remove yourself from the situation and continue on with your life. And if you continue with positivity, more positive things come to you. And a
mm.
lot of people are like, you know, why aren't I successful? Why aren't I doing this? Why does this person have this stuff and I don't? focus on yourself and focus on your goals. And when you can focus on all that, you'll start achieving it. You know, stay away from the negativity. And that's what I love about you guys, that you're always positive, you know? It's huge to me.
Yeah, no, that's one of the reasons. Again, you know, Carshall Rail brought me the idea of doing this show. It was like, man, you're a positive guy, I'm a positive guy. It's like, man, let's go out here, man, and share our stories. But more importantly, you know, let's share other people's stories, because this is the me era that we're in right now,
Yeah.
and it's nothing wrong with self promotion. You have to do that to a certain degree, but it's okay to clap for somebody else. It's
Mm-hmm.
okay to celebrate someone else. I get super excited, just like when you were saying about the Lambo. I was over here like, man, I can't wait to see your Lambo. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
Right.
I'm excited. Like, hold on, Eric, you're not getting the car. But no, that's just how my body reacts when I hear
Yeah, that's how I am
people
too.
doing things, going places. I don't care if it's a kindergarten graduation. You know how your friends post pictures of their kids going to kindergarten and
Mhm.
graduating from kindergarten. I'm hyped. I'm like, little man got this little cap and gown on. You know, I'm super excited for the 5-year-old and for the parents that are celebrating a 5-year-old. It's just, I think
Right.
we just wired that way to celebrate other people. So man, I'm
But
just,
don't you feel like so many better opportunities come to you because that's how you look at life?
Oh yeah,
oh,
100%.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Positive attracts.
Right.
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that we're here talking to you now, you kind of told us why you're even here, like positivity, positivity, positivity. And if we were the opposite, we were some shock jock with a show trying to, we found your what you call it, a mugshot from 1997, and it's just like, what are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? Nah,
Right.
nah, I don't think you would have been attracted to that, you know what I'm saying? But
Right.
you're here because you see the light, you know what I'm saying? You got it around your neck, you know what I'm saying? You got your faith is strong,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just always gonna attract, and that's what we want to project. So I'm glad to have you here and
Thanks.
watching you project the positivity and the light.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Where did that stem from? Did it come from your upbringing? Was that something that you caught on to, like, as you started to navigate throughout your career? As far as having that positive mind frame, was that something that was, just from day one?
No, I think I struggled with finding it because like ever since I was in kindergarten on up, I had been bullied. I won a coloring contest when I was in kindergarten, and it was like a $1,500 coloring contest because I won like regional and state and the national. And so then kindergartners are coming up to me saying like, "Oh, your parents colored that for you." No, I did. And it was like it started from kindergarten, and then it just progressed worse and worse and worse. And I actually graduated high school a year early, and I don't think that I would have survived the last year because it was so brutal. I mean, girls are so mean to other girls, and it's just it's mind blowing to me. And I was never like that, and so like I didn't know how to defend myself, and so I took it all internally, and I got depressed and sad, and it was a hard experience. And then one day I just decided I'm going to change my outlook on everything, and I did, and positive stuff started coming back to me. I was kind of down in the dumps, and so your life can change, and it can change overnight if you let the positivity continue.
Man, that's
I would have never guessed that, bro.
nah, never, man. But I'm glad you were able to, to share that, because a lot of times people only share, man, I'm the toughest dude in town, I'm the strongest lady in town, and I got the nicest cars in town. Most
Yep.
people don't open up and say, I went through depression. I was
Mm-hmm.
bullied, I was picked on. Most people are ashamed of those things that happened in the past. So I think it shows a level of strength to sit here and hear you, share those type of things. Have you always been that way, to be able to just share, things that aren't exactly, the coolest things in the world to share?
Yeah, I think the reason that I do it is because I want people to learn from my journey. My journey hasn't been easy. I've had a lot of stuff. Hollywood wasn't easy. Um, I've I've been preyed upon because of my looks. Especially in Hollywood. I I've had a miscarriage, you know, I'm open about that. If you're not open about those things, then it seems like they are trapped within yourself. And if you don't let them out, then you sit there and you struggle with them. And then you end up having depression issues and everything else. I'm a open book. I'll talk to you about anything. I'll talk to you about my struggles. I'll talk to you about my success. And without those struggles, I wouldn't be where I am today. If I didn't have those things happen to me, I wouldn't be sitting here with you guys, you know, having this discussion. So, you know, I'm very open about everything, and I just want to help people, and I want to help people that struggle because I've struggled, you know, life hasn't been a cakewalk. So I think, you know, in today's world, we look at Facebook, and my Facebook looks perfect. I'll admit, like having a blast with my daughter all the time, I homeschool her as well. And I have a business that I run, and, you know, I'm always busy and stuff like that. But, people don't look at those social media accounts and be like, oh, what are the struggles behind that? Everything looks so perfect. It's not, you know? And so every now and again, I do let people know what I'm struggling with and what's going on in my life, because it's not reality what we're seeing every single day on these social media accounts.
Man, you could write a book on that. You literally just hit the nail on the head of so many issues that are going on right now, and people just are assuming that everybody else has it going on. I'm the only
Mm-hmm.
person dealing with, like you said, you know, depression, anxiety. I'm the only person that's, you know, on the come up financially. I haven't gotten to a
Mm-hmm.
certain level yet, and that is totally false. So it's good to hear someone that has done so many things, you know, say that, to kind of open the curtains up behind, you know, social media. I always like to say social media is like the Wizard of Oz. If y'all remember in the Wizard of Oz, when they got to the castle and they opened up the curtain, and there was a man behind the curtain pulling all the strings. It really wasn't a wizard. It was a man. I was like, man, all this time I thought it was a powerful wizard, and he had powers, and I can get back to Kansas. Whole time, just a person just like me and you, and that's what social media is. You know, we
Right.
do share the positivity, and we share the graduations and stuff, but you should know that, yeah, real life is still hitting
Right.
our street as well. So and what I wanted to say before I throw it back to car show is you the thing a lot so many things that you've done, and the different cars and the family and entrepreneurship. I mean, how do you find a balance of family, work, fun? How do you find that balance?
It is kind of difficult, because the one thing that I struggle with is organization, and that follows into time organization as well. But you know, I work really hard with my business, and if I have to work overnight hours, I have to work overnight hours, because I want to set aside for my family, you know, and school with her is really big, and taking her on, we like to go and do adventures, so she gets to learn more. You know, you can learn by being hands-on and seeing it. And, you know, the dolphin in our life, you know, that's been really cool. And so she's learned all about dolphins. And so I mean, it's a struggle, and I struggle with it, but I just keep trying to plug away with it. And thankfully I have understanding customers that when stuff's a little late, they're okay with it. Most people know me that purchase the products.
So I got a question that I just came up with, just hearing you know your background, right? So you know you experienced bullying, but you also became, like, right after high school, achieved like a massive level of success.
Yeah, I was voted least to succeed, by the way.
Voted least to succeed.
Yes.
So you know, within right after high school, things hit a complete 180.
Yeah, I mean, there was a few years in there. I was 23 when I became a Playmate, but
Okay. Okay.
so there was a few years of struggling. I moved to Denver right out of high school, and was absolutely dirt poor, and could buy like a thing of biscuits for the week, you know? So
Right.
I've been there.
Okay. How do you stay, or how did you stay grounded? Or did you stay grounded where, you know, you didn't want to go rub it in your old classmate's face y'all bullied me. Look at me now. You know, I'm on this level now. And then, you know, maybe some of them are reaching out to you. Yeah, I knew her from high school, and this is my friend, and everything like that. Um, at that point in time, like, were you grounded, still humble, appreciating the moment, or was it one of those things where it kind of like took off just a little bit for you, and you know things were just a little bit crazy? I think we might have lost her.
Oh, yeah, yeah. You know, I might have got disconnected here. So
Yeah.
she reconnects here. We'll better continue our conversation with SRT Playmate, man. We've been having a very insightful and thoughtful conversation, man. It's just pretty cool to see the list of people, man. Like you said, if you have a Wikipedia, what does that mean? If you got a Wikipedia, man, we already know, man. You famous. Like you know, she's achieved a high level of fame, and just like any level of fame, you know, you want to pull back and be able to spend time, you know, with your family. And it seems like the place in life that she's at now is like family is first, business, and then it's like, all right, we'll talk about some of those cool things that you know that we did in the past.
Yeah. I mean, I also think it's pretty dope. Anytime we have a guest on here, no matter who they are, you know, when they can talk about, you know, not just the ups, but also the down moments. Because sometimes we get caught up into to where people are today, and we think that, you know, they never struggled, they never been through anything. And, you know, a lot of these folks, y'all, they human just like us.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. That's nothing uncommon. But you know, when you're looking at, you know, celebrities, you oftentimes just kind of look at them to be, let's say if it's basketball, to be the best basketball player every time you see them. Like they can't miss a shot. You know, if they walking down the street, man, they can't step on a crack on the sidewalk. You know,
Yeah.
they got to be perfect, perfect, perfect. But in reality, we know that they're human beings. So why would we have placed that perfect expectation on them that we don't place on ourselves, you know? And then a person like um SRT Playmate, you know, just being out in the public eye for all those years. And
Hmm.
you know, she talked about Hollywood. You know, I've heard all those different horror stories, you know, about Hollywood. To see her make it through Hollywood and maneuver through Hollywood, through the ups and through the downs, and to still be here now, I think that's amazing.
Yeah, 1,000%. 1,000%, man. While we're waiting for her to get back in, man, tell us a little bit about the activities that you've been up to, my guy. You went from the Maryland Dunk Master show straight to Disney for a whole week. Then you was at the show with Stunner Reese and them, and I
Yeah.
just thought the Rain is Smooth earlier. They said that they was kicking it with y'all.
Yeah, yeah, man. So the more recent event was yesterday, actually, in Charlotte or outside of Charlotte, North Carolina, man. Stunner Reese was the banner guest at a car show or pull up, however you want to say it. It was a car show. You know, they had vendors out there and everything. So I got to holler at my bro Stunner again, and I got to meet several YouTubers for the first time, and of course we got to meet Cartalk TV family, Rain and Smooth, and there were so many other YouTubers out there that I got to meet, and and I don't want to run down the list of all those people that I actually ran into, because then I'll end up leaving somebody off the list. But it
Yeah, they
was
don't
really
want
cool
that.
to, yeah, it was cool to go out to that event. And you know, we week before that, we spent a little time at Disney. The Disney trip was good. I believe that you need to take vacation with your family, you know, unplug, disconnect, and just, you know, reconnect with your family for a period of time. And prior to that, most people know that I was in Maryland at the Dunk Master event. You know, I got to put my Tesla on the track again. I got to race a dunk again, Team Silent Killer, and he got me. He got a bona fide race car. But y'all just wait till I get the faster Tesla. Now I'm just messing with y'all right now. You just wait till
Hey,
you wait. But hey, we got our guests back though. We're
Ah,
back. We're back.
thankfully, sorry about that,
Nah,
guys.
it's cool. Like technology, it happens. Trust me. Like anytime my internet could work perfect for a whole month straight, and then I said, "Look, I need to go live real quick." And next thing you know, it's down.
mhm.
Right.
It's like Okay, you've been working all month, and the one time I need to go live, the internet is down. But we're glad to have you back.
So I wanted to go back to something real quick though,
Hmm?
that I think that people should kind of take in consideration. You know, a lot of people are allowing their kids to watch YouTube all the time, which
Hmm.
I do too every now and again, right?
Hmm.
Um, but these kids are starting to see the same thing that a lot of adults see, that also adds to depression and everything else. Is that my daughter loves this show called Adley, and her and her dad play all day long. Like that's all they do is play, you know? And so she thinks that that's what life should be. Is she sees all these parents doing all these things with their kids, and all they're doing is playing and playing with all this slime stuff and everything, and it's just a great time all the time. And she came to me one time and she's like, why don't we do, and I feel like I do everything with her and I do all kinds of crafts with her, but she wanted even a higher level of that. And it's
Hmm.
unrealistic to these kids, and they're watching this and their little brains are absorbing it, going, oh my gosh, this is what life should be like. My life sucks compared to what I'm watching on TV, you know? So we have to be really careful with our kids on all of that too, I think.
Nah, you hit the nail on the head. My 7-year-old, she enjoys watching several family channels that are on YouTube, and the YouTube
Yeah.
family channels. A lot of them, they having fun all the time
Oh yeah,
because
all the
that's what
time.
they do. They have fun. So
Right.
she always wants to do different challenges, and I'm down for some of them. So we're actually about to do a challenge. It's like 24 hours in a Tesla because there's this family on TV. They spent the night in a Tesla,
Uh-huh.
and so I said, okay, we got to recreate the same video for our family channel because my 7-year-old, she wants to do 24 hours in the Tesla. And there's another Tesla challenge for my Tesla people out there. We let our Tesla decide what we're going to eat. So in the
Mm.
Tesla on the navigation screen, it has a little button that says I'm hungry. So when you click the I'm hungry button, it will randomly select a restaurant in the area. And you hit the navigation icon and you go to that restaurant and you order out and you review the food of that restaurant.
Got
Yeah.
it.
So yeah. So all my Tesla
Very cool.
people, hit the I'm hungry button on your navigation screen and see where it takes you.
Hey, I think it's time for random five, bro.
Hey man, I'm with it, man. Random five, man. This is when we pull all police records. This is when we pull credit reports. This is when we call your cousin back home,
Yeah.
the one that don't like you, and get all of the dirt. And so this is the hot seat, man. We
All
we, we,
right.
we we tricked you. We got you here.
So I'm gonna ask you five random questions, and you
Oh
give
boy.
me the best answer that you can give me right off the top.
Okay.
All right, dream car.
Dream car. It's the Aventador because of the doors. Otherwise, I love my Huracan, but the Aventador, those doors,
Aventador.
and
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
So would you add the Aventador in addition to the Huracan, or would you feel like I don't need the Huracan and Aventador?
I would love to. It's a hefty sticker.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
yeah, we might have to swap that one out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
we,
Yeah.
might have to swap that one out there. You know what I'm saying? That's
Right.
because if you got two of them, it's like one of them is not being used. So are we just wasting money? Even if you
Right.
have money, it don't mean you have to waste it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
It's like
Right.
if you
You already
could
got the
maintain both,
cars.
no need. You don't have to.
Right.
Yeah, save that money. Yeah.
All right, favorite restaurant.
Ruth Chris.
Oh, that's my favorite. Outside of Roofs is it's not about me. Forget that.
No, what is it?
What I want to know, what is it? Yeah.
It's this place called Hillstone down at Ball Harbor, down at South Beach. Man, the Roof Chris, I love the steak there. It comes out on a sizzling 500
Yeah.
steak.
A flavor. Oh, yeah.
Is second to none. But Hillstone and Ball Harbor, they got a real good steak.
Awesome. I'll have to check it
All right.
out.
Yeah, definitely. And you're not too far from there. Number 3, favorite destination place to visit.
This is a weird one. Okay, so I went to Jordan, and I absolutely love Petra. And when I went there, it was the most amazing feeling I've ever felt. Like I didn't want to leave. I wanted to stay. And it was incredible.
And
So that
Jordan
would be it.
where?
Huh?
Jordan is where?
In the Middle East.
Yeah, Jordan, the country.
Yeah,
Jordan.
the country. The country, sorry.
Okay, gotcha. All right, number 4. What keeps you going every day?
God.
Last and final.
Mm-hmm.
How do you want your legacy to be remembered?
As a kind, helpful person that was always there for people. I want to lift people up. Yeah.
Love it.
Man, no, I love that, man, because there's so many things that you could want to be remembered by. I was the best this, I was the best that. I accomplished these goals. But something as simple as being kind and considerate. I mean, that's something that we all can aspire to, no matter your background, your ethnicity, your upbringing, what city you live in. Man, we all can be kind and considerate, man. And if that's the highest title or the highest honor or the best way to be remembered, man, remember me.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't want to be remembered. Oh, remember Audra? She had all those cars, but boy, she was not a very nice person. Like none of the
Yeah.
stuff that I have matters. That's the thing. Like I think a lot of people think that I care about all those things, but I don't. I love them because I love fast cars. I've always wanted a Lambo. All those things, but they don't really mean anything. And if I didn't have them, I don't care.
Yeah.
And I think that's where you kind of need to get as well, on top of all the positivity and everything else, is that if you have these things, great. If you don't, great. Enjoy yourself, have confidence in yourself, and know who you are as a person. And the more loving and caring you are, the better life is. Who wants to fight and argue all day? No one.
Never heard
Draining.
anybody volunteer for that. Never heard anybody raise their hand and say, you know what I want to do? I want to fuss, fight, argue, and scrap all day. Never
Yeah,
heard.
but I know a lot of women that are like that. I think you guys look at it differently, and women are just catty and they're mean and they're vicious at times. And it's like, it doesn't need to be like that. And, my poor cousin was bullied like crazy, and it wasn't necessary. She was struggling with something that was personal to her. Leave her be.
Yeah.
Would you like it if somebody found something out about you and
Yeah.
then they sat there and harassed you about it? We all make mistakes. We all do stupid things. But should you be crucified over it over and over and over again on social media and everything else? It's not necessary.
Yeah. No, that's.
And most people know when they screwed up. Leave them alone,
Yeah. No, those are some wise words to live by. So I mean, I definitely appreciate you sharing that. And as much as we're Car Talk TV, we definitely got way more than a car conversation today. And anytime we can get way more than a car conversation, man, I'm thoroughly pleased. I'm happy. I love the Car Talk, man. Trust me, I do. But man, I just love to hear about the person behind the wheel. So thank you for opening up and sharing a lot of your thoughts from behind the wheel. Are there anything you want to leave? How people can find you, or any last things you'd like to kind of share with everybody?
Yeah, sure. You can check out my page. It's SRT _ Playmate. That's how you can find me. And I also, if you have a dog that has skin issues or coat issues, I created and formulated a line called Famous Skincare for Dogs. And I can help your dog with all the allergy issues that the vets can't seem to figure out, and they want to give your dog injections and everything else. I can help naturally. So.
Yeah, that's interesting right there. I mean, who
Business
doesn't?
as well.
Yeah, the business side of it, and just the fact that um, just about everybody has a pet except for me. That's great information, because if that's something that a pet owner is struggling with and don't know where to turn to, I think that's great information. So I'm gonna make sure I put your Instagram, SRT _ Playmate. There we go. Yeah, Instagram. Please follow at SRT _ Playmate. Check out everything that you got going on. It's a positive page. You're gonna see cars. You're gonna see Throwback Thursdays, Throwback Fridays, just whatever day she
Throwback
feel
every
like
day.
throwing it back to let you know, like, hey man, this was a grand time. but I'm doing all right now. You know what I'm saying? I love to see the throwbacks, and I love to see what you got going on now. So y'all make sure y'all give SRT underscore Playmate a follow on Instagram. Kasho, what you got, brother?
Please do. Last thing, if you can leave some words of wisdom. We always love for our guests to leave a final words of wisdom where if they're trying to navigate through their career, whatever career that they're trying to be in, to get to that next level. Or even they're at that next level of success and they're trying to find a way to stay grounded. Maybe they lost themselves. If there are any last words or any tips of wisdoms that you can leave on our platform, we love for you to do so.
Okay. I think that, determination and hard work and never giving up, there's been a lot of times where I wanted to give up, and right around the corner was my big break, and so you just never know. And if there's something that you're passionate about, go for it and do it. Don't do jobs that you don't like to do. Find what, lights your flame, and enjoy what you do. And it seems like then things start to roll, and you start to make it in whatever you want to do for your business. And I mean, just the whole positivity thing again. Even if you've made it in your career, stay positive, stay humble, be nice to people. Everybody's a person, everybody goes through struggles. You don't know what that person's gone through that day. Always just be nice. I guess those are my words of wisdom for the day.
Yeah, no, thank you so much. We definitely appreciate it.
Yeah.
That's all I got, E. Vapors.
All right, man. So look, on behalf of myself, your main man, E. Vapors, the Baltimore legend, OG, Car Show Real, and our new friend, SRT Playmate, man. We're out of here, man. Peace.